love that we can have the girls in here. We're kind of not bumping shoulders. This is the Royal Flair family here, 21.6 foot. So we absolutely love it. It is leaf spring, which is probably one of the things we're most worried about, just because we did envision at the start to get fully off-road Caravan, but we ended up with a little leaf spring. But so far it actually hasn't impacted us. But as we go through Western Australia, maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's going to be interesting. So that's maybe a little bit of a disadvantage at this stage, but again, so who knows? We'll wait and see. So yeah, welcome to the van. This is actually super handy just for afternoon snacks and getting food prepped and things like that. And we've also got the barbecue, which is really awesome for those beautiful spots like this. It came with a pull-out kitchen and sink and everything, and we just weren't using it, and we wanted to create more space in the tunnel. So we removed that and sold it, and now we've got all of the extra storage, which has actually been a game changer for us, and we haven't missed the outside kitchen because we use the barbecue instead and the inside sink. So yeah, that's been a perk. But come on in. So in here, yeah, we've got the really decent sized freezer, which we're super happy with, and we've also got a really nice sized fridge. We use the microwave actually heaps. We just turn the inverter on and there we go with the microwave. And then as you come in here, you can see that the Royal Flair is super spacious, which is one of the selling points for us. We love that we can have the girls in here. Matt and I can both be cooking at the same time, and we're kind of not bumping shoulders. So that was one of the big perks of buying this family Flair. We've got, yeah, coffee machine, Breville. That's been a game changer, saved us lots of money. We've just got cups and things like that, and there goes all the battery system up there. This was one of our big selling points. We were worried about all of the storage being taken away, but it actually hasn't impacted us. So we went with the 4 kg washing machine, which has been a game changer. We do a load every kind of 2 days, but it also saves us a lot of money. So that's been a big game changer, and we've just made do with the storage loss there. There's all the girls' nappies and these little pull-outs and medicines and things like that. Snack drawer. We've got the NutriBullet, things like that down here. And then all of our washing goodies down here. We don't ever use TV, so that's kind of just sitting at the moment. But this living space here is also huge. So this is another reason why we bought the Royal Flair, is because we've got a big living space and the bed goes up in the day. So the bed's up there, and then at night time when we want to bring it down, we just push this switch here, push it down, and here we go, the bed is coming down. This again was one of those like moments that we're like amazed with, wow, we didn't know this could happen in a caravan. So we bring the bed down and we just bring it down just to the top of the seats. So one of the things that we've learnt through this journey is we did buy the van secondhand, obviously saving money. We knew that it may come with some risk, but we have learned a lot of lessons. We actually bought the van super quick because we moved from New Zealand, sold everything, and just kind of got straight into rushing and buying, which we don't recommend. So we bought a second-hand van, which we had a walkthrough on Facebook, and you know, really trusted these people, but they weren't honest at all. When the van showed up, it wasn't what they showed. So we've got a big scratch on the ground, which we did know about, but we got told that that will get fixed and repairs. We've also, so on our first rain that we bought, well, when the van turned up, it was a complete mess. Everything had just been removed, not cleaned at all. And so it was quite devastating to pick up this beautiful van that we've been so excited for, and it was a complete mess. It took us about a week to get back into kind of shape. And so our first rainfall that we had, there was a leak that came straight down onto our head, so it was down kind of the top of the bed. And then we later found out that it had actually been an accident, and all of the things that was kind of wrong with the van was because of this accident. So we didn't know about that until we contacted Royal Flair. Royal Flair were devastated that it hadn't been fixed by insurance. So yeah, Mark from Royal Flair, absolute legend of a guy. We went and got it fixed in Melbourne. He replaced lots of stuff, splashback, roof, fixed the leak, and he was a complete legend, and we are so thankful for him. But as the van was still under warranty, they covered everything, and we're just so grateful, because it was such a stressful start to caravan living, and it was just, it was super tough. So they fixed the leak and everything like that, which has been a complete game changer for us. So there's lots of lessons learnt. Get an inspection of your van. Don't trust people's words, and go and visit the van yourself. Big lessons that we've learnt the hard way. But overall, since being fixed at Royal Flair, we're much happier again and super grateful for their support. Then we just bring down our little footstool and open that up, and there we go, we climb on up during the night, and voila. And it's amazing up here, because obviously you are just looking straight out your windows, 360, so you've just got a beautiful view out to the ocean, out to the bush, and out to the little sand dunes. So it's really cool having this option of bed, and we almost can't imagine not having this kind of setup now. We've also set up beautiful little fairy lights, so at night time it's got really beautiful night lighting, and getting you kind of into that tired, moody kind of zone, which has been great. And then once we're done, we just put the footstool away, store it back up here, and voila. And it's also a great place just to put other things. So we've got an inflator fence, and we actually just put the inflator fence in the caravan and things like that too. So ready for the bed to go back up, we just push up and say see you later, bed. Voila, see you bed. Now the other thing that I really loved about this was the moving table. So I love how we can kind of just move it around depending on how we want to sit. So that was like another big, wow, that's cool. Love that little bit, that little dog bed under. We actually, Matt installed a diesel heater, so that's something we've added to the van. We had a couple of really cold nights, so I think that's going to really help us, especially through the centre and those chilly kind of nights. So that's really exciting to be able to use that. We've got a really nice big sink. We have got gas cookers, and we've got one electric, so we're really enjoying that. We actually don't really use this oven very often, once in a blue moon, so that's probably something we wouldn't get next time. And we just use a barbecue if so as well. So lots of awesome storage. Love these kind of storage where you can just use these stackable containers. Lots of herbs and things, and then underneath there we've got the cutlery drawer, and I really like this slide out drawer with all the utensils. And this is all our potatoes and dog food and things like that. And this one is just a bunch of kind of daily stuff where you put all the stuff. This is our little pantry of like noodles and eggs and things like that. And then we've got these open up ones, which is a big side, but kitchen, jug, kettle, pans, all that kind of stuff. Up here we've got saucers and tins. Matt actually put that little tin thing there, and he's inserted some foam, which has been a game changer, is when you open the door, the cans don't fall on the head, but also really good storage space there. We have got more food, and we really actually enjoy the plates like this. Before it's kind of annoying, but we find this really nice and organised, so we like that little dish rack idea there. And then we've also got our little extractor fan, got a couple of lights under here. We never actually use the radio, just use a speaker, so probably something else we won't get next time. So all of our clothes are in here, trying to keep it as organised as possible, but obviously this is living. We've got all of our keys for each different thing, every little thing is a different key. So we've got them all nice and organised in line there. And then we've got the girls' clothes, jerseys, and then this one's kind of not much down here. And then if you come around, this was another big selling point for us with the Royal Flair, was having the wide double bunks. So Bonnie's little room is awesome. She's got the sunroof, so it gets lots of air when you're off grid, and a beautiful little view out her top window there too. And it's just really nice because the girls have got a lot of space to roll around, and yeah, they've got fairy lights at the top too there, so it's really nice. And then down here is Harley's little bunk, which is even actually bigger. So this is a kind of a king single size, and Matt and I could sleep comfortably in this together too. So it's only 6 foot long, I think, the bottom one. So this was a game changer because we knew that not only is it beds, but it's also another kind of play space for the girls. So the girls come in here and they play, especially on weekdays. So for what our selling points were when it came to a caravan was space, being able to, you know, cook together, girls being able to play, and yeah, and having that drop down bed so we can sit around the table, and yeah, you can comfortably sit 8 people around there too. Back to storage, we've got all our shoes in here. Again, complete mess, but that's okay. We've got all the books as well, books stored away inside there, and we've got toy basket and toys all down here. So this is the bathroom, so just opening up the mirror here, the door here, and we've got the toilets, and we've got our complete lifesaver, which is a vacuum cleaner. That has definitely been one of our favourite things we brought. Yeah, this is nice and simple. We keep all our medicines and things up here, which is easy, and we've got our towel racks, and down here is just more medicines and things like that. So yeah, biggest selling point there is the vacuum cleaner. And yeah, we've got a really big spacious shower, and yeah, we've got those nice open little fans and things like that. So that's the shower, bathroom. And yeah, we really enjoy having the sunroof up here as well. Just when you're off grid and you can't have aircon, getting the extra airflow is super key. Yeah. So that's the Royal Flair, and this is our home. And yeah, I can't imagine at the moment any other different layout that we'd like to be in. So yeah, it's a big win from us.
So buying second hand, we didn't get exactly what we wanted, but obviously we just had to make a compromise in a few areas. We originally, I thought we would get like a full solar setup with a 12-volt fridge, but this one has a 3-way fridge, which we run on gas, 12-volt and 240-volt when we're plugged in. So it's only got 380 watts of solar, which is keeps us up and running pretty easily. But we do have an extra 300-watt fold-up solar panel, which is more than sufficient and so helpful on those cloudy, overcast, rainy days. Just keep us topped up with the battery and stuff like that. And also the fridge being 3-way runs off the gas, which gives it peace of mind in those bad weather days as well, as it can just keep running. And we find we probably use a gas bottle each month, maybe, depending on how much we're doing off grid. But yeah, it's really good to just know that your fridge isn't going to defrost and thaw out. Yeah, also another compromise that was a hard one for me because I really like adventuring and going to those remote places. Getting the leaf suspension, but I've since found that actually it's not holding us back. Yeah, it seems to ride really well. Another pro of it is that it's very simple, so if you do have a breakdown with it, it's very easy to repair, so that's a bit of a win. Also, we can just let the tyres down on those bumpy roads and make the ride a bit smoother if we do want to go anywhere a bit more remote as well, so it's not too bad at this stage, but we'll see how we go in the future. We've got 2 95-litre water tanks that we take with us. Yeah, water's obviously probably the main thing that you use when you're out, but we're finding with the water bladder we get about 7 days off grid, which is pretty good. We're being very sparing with the water, but yeah, we've managed to make it work, which is really good. We've also got a Starlink, which we just got, and we've been loving that just for security when we are in those remote places. If we get into trouble, at least we can communicate with people and we feel a bit more safe. And just been handy to be able to do any admin or catch up with family and friends, which has been really nice. Obviously on the road it can be lonely at times, but also it's amazing. So it's really good. We got a Toyota LandCruiser 2017. We just really think LandCruisers and Toyotas obviously have a good reputation, and they've got a they can sort of last, and it's easy to get parts for, and just having that security is really good for the young kids. And yeah, helps out a lot. We ended up getting the Sahara model, which we weren't planning on, but it was just the one we kind of came across. We bought it second hand because we were trying to save some money as well. So yeah, just funding the trip's always the hardest part, so save as much as you can, but ended up splashing out a little bit on that one. But it's also been really good because it's got the TVs in the back, which is great for the kids. And while we're travelling on those long days, try not to watch too much TV with the kids. To make travelling easier, it's always really good. The back, the TVs obviously, got the kids' car seats. We also installed a water bladder, which has been a game changer to stay off grid for much longer, and also great to just be able to wash off on those beach days, which has been amazing. Oh yeah, also we got the leather seats, which is awesome for the kids and the dog, because easy to wipe off and clean, which makes life a bit easier. Also another addition is we with the Bunnings made a little bed for the dog, so he gets to ride shotgun up there, which is pretty cool. He gets the bed seat in the house. Also, all the features on the LandCruiser for the off-roading just gives us the ability to get to those remote spots which we love to get to, which is pretty special to get to those places. We've got the roof rack and the mattress, obviously, just have some security to get out of those tough situations. Also got the boards on the roof, which we love surfing, so it's good to be able to just carry so much stuff. We also just went to King's and bought some drawers for the back just to help with the storage. As you can see, it's pretty chocker, but just to be able to get at a few more items easy is just made life really easy. So yeah, King's been really good, just obviously really affordable gear, and it's still reasonably good quality, you know. Also got the boarding inside, which is great for the beach days. Set up and it's just very cool around the beach. Spade obviously just to dig out for those tough situations, and just handy for camping really, as I say.